All right. We are in there.
I wonder if these keepers will accept my aid. They would be fools to deny my power.
Let's see how stable the game is. This is going to be the problem with the online mode, is whether or not things are stable throughout. Oh, that's a new quest marker.
Traveler,
I'm a fan of that. I am an acolyte at the moment.
war has reached our lands, and we are in need of aid.
So the way this game works is there's 5 base classes. Mage, acolyte, sentinel, primalist, and rogue. And then each of those have a each of those have 3 masteries. So we're gonna go with the Lich master when we get there. Meteor Zerglings, yes they are. And Phoenixes. We're gonna start by doing that typical ARPG thing where you just kind of like skip everything because it's too low level to matter. Although I just like hitting things, so. Keep moving towards the door. I lied, we're gonna kill things. So far, it doesn't feel laggy, and getting into that door, which when we played online together was miserable, that was also fine. But in fairness, I haven't had a problem with online at all, except for when actually in a lobby with other people. So it's hard for me to tell right now. Summon skeletons, let's go. Health. Health is quite important.
When you arrived, everything like what are you good? Come, let me watch you fight.
He definitely said words that I did not listen to. 23 armor. Sure. Love this zone. Level 2. I have the main skill that I need right now. So I don't even have to like try and level to get a skill, which is good.
So much destruction, and for what?
For anyone that's not super familiar with, like, I'm not even going to say min-maxing ARPGs because I'm not even that good at them, but typically when you're in a game that requires you to do the story, you're just trying to get through the story as fast as possible. And this game doesn't level the zones based on your level. Each map has a set level to it. So you want to get to the point where it's try to find a smooth spot on what you can kill in a decent amount of time with the highest level so you get more XP. So that's kind of why I'm skipping most of this stuff, because level 2 things aren't a big thing for me to kill when I can kill like level 5 or 6 at the start here and get more XP and be further in the story. Yeah, it does look really good. They did a lot of graphical changes recently as well. Okay, so this is taking a little bit longer than I would like. I assume, you know, that's part of the online and fresh servers. Okay, not too bad. Being on a map seems to be really good as well. Oh, they got a new experience icon. And I think a new gold icon as well. If you're stuck at the empty character screen after choosing a second character, restart the game. and then it'll bring you to a different page where you're already at character select.
Sounds like the keepers agree. It's now. Speaking of, I must head there now.
Let's go ahead and look at passes. I'm gonna semi-speed through some of this stuff, but if you have any questions, just ask, and I'll slow down, and I can talk about stuff. So we want to go here first. Damage and minion damage, that makes sense. Let me load in a filter real quick. Boot filters, create a filter. Paste clipboard contents. Let's go with teal, obviously. Alright, so this is going to basically show me items that I care about. The game has a lot of items in it, so it's going to drop a bunch of stuff all the time. We don't care about 90% of it. So this filter will show me the things that I should care about for the build. Another important thing with this game is side quests give passives and idle slots, which these idle slots give you like passive stats and stuff, so you want to get those. So we're gonna mostly focus on the story, but we're probably gonna hit some side quests as we go just to get more passives and everything at a time. I believe there's more quests that give passives than passives you can get. You can get 15 passives from side quest, so we don't need to do every side quest even if they give a passive, and we don't need to do every quest if it gives an idle slot, because that will also cap out before you run out of quests that give idle slots. So I'm sure there's some min-max on like, these are the ones that you want to do, these are the ones you want to avoid, but we're just going to kind of do them as we see fit. I played 15 hours in the last like few days. I have about 30 hours in the game already. It's not as much as like I'm sure some streamers out there or content creators for sure, but I try to do a decent amount of research getting into it so I can help anyone in chat and feel like I know what I'm talking about to a degree. Also, this is taking forever. It's nice that we can move around while we wait for this, though, and it'll just port us through. Oh, people have companions. How do you do companions? This is all of our stats. Oh, Ghost. One thing they did do that we were talking about 2 days ago, you can see what level you are now without having to go into your character menu. SteamDB says 105k are playing this game right now. That's crazy. Also, instead of just having the level up here, it has how close you are to finishing the level up here as well. They fixed the visual bug stuff where the numbers had like a white background on them. That's really good. This looks so clean. Oh wow, this is about what we expect on day one of an online game. People are freaking out, which doesn't surprise me. Initial burst of load is hitting Matchmaker quite hard. Working on scaling it faster. This may result in failed or slow scene transitions, which is what we're dealing with right now. We'll keep everyone posted in the loop what we're seeing in the war room. Okay, so this is about what we expected. Online is having some issues. There is offline mode. Yep, that's true. UI was the CEO's baby for 1.0. They did. I mean, it looks great. The the XP from the quest is my class icon. I didn't realize that before. These are not something I can do. Oh, here's the companions. I didn't know that I had these companions. I mean, we want a fox, right? Oh, there we go. What else do we want? I want this juvenile Scullin. It looks hilarious. We have little friends. Look at these friends. I don't know if they do anything. I'm hoping that they loot gold for me like they used to in, Oh, there's augments? What? There's skill cosmetics? Oh, no. I'm hoping that they will pick up gold for me like the companions in Diablo 3 did. Because I hate having to run around and pick up gold. I can gift things. Okay, so we're gonna give this... Alright, failed to load matchmake. That's what the devs said would probably happen. People are shouting about streamer preference, but I don't have any preference. Online play is unavailable now, it says. We broke it. I'm gonna try to load this one more time. So we can always swap over to offline mode. If we're stuck here not doing anything, I'd rather play the game than wait for online. All right, no update from them so far, which I don't expect them to update after messaging 3 minutes ago. If only I had made it out of the town before this happened, we could be attacking things. But right now, we're not even able to leave and fight stuff. When stuck at the same door as me. Oh, we're through? Streamer privilege? Let's go. Oh, let's test out these companions. Will they loot stuff for me? Those didn't drop anything. You trying to tell me that plants don't have money on them? Oh, that's gonna give me crit. Like crit. Oh, those did drop gold. Can I need to do something farther away and see if the minions pick it up? Doesn't look like it. No. Alright, so the minions don't pick up gold for me. Or the companions. Obviously my minions don't pick up gold for me. What is this quest chest over here? So later in the game, these chests with the quest icon on it dropped like great stuff. So I'm curious what they're gonna drop early game. Nothing crazy. Fluctuating fire resistance. I don't think we need to pay too much attention to loot at the moment. Especially when we're not playing hardcore, we're gonna do that thing where we just go until we can't survive anymore and then we'll fix things. Oh my. I do really want teleport though. Level 9. These seem to be loading much faster. Did they save the game? No. Oh my god, that's not a teleport. I'd prefer not to die here. You couldn't get it in swatched offline mode? That's unfortunate. Okay. We want to upgrade the skill if we can. Things hit hard. Alright, here we go. Let's see. What do we want to do here? Go. Oh yeah, global spell damage. Oh, they have a couple things to note. The UI, not UI. That's the word I'm looking for. This looks prettier, like much prettier than it used to before, and it also has the. Oh, I have no health. Oh, I walked into that fire. Big dumb. This is why we're not playing hardcore. I get distracted trying to explain UI elements. And didn't realize I had no health potions. It has the percent health that they have on it now. Which, you know, I didn't really think was super necessary. But it looks nice. Could not have a phoenix shoot fire at me, that would be pretty cool. We survived it. Happens to the best, yeah. There's a streamer mode in settings that clarifies that it does not cause better loot to drop. Oh, yes. That's been in there since, like early patches. It's only for like helping your bitrate and stuff, I believe, but it's really funny that that's in there. Okay. I think, yeah. So like this gives a pass a point, so we're just gonna do this real quick. Great. Oh my god! What is this damage? I understand I'm a squishy, but please. I'm supposed to be the scary one from range, not these enemies. Let's go ahead and grab that. I wish we had streamer loot. The game could just drop all of the uniques that I need at level 10. That would be great. Don't the devs know I have content to put out? Oh. Level this map, level 5. Right now we're at the same level as the map, and I'm getting slapped pretty hard. In fairness, we haven't put on like any gear though, which might be part of it. All TikTokers are screaming right now, where's the loot? I mean, hold on. Yeah. There's a dungeon in this game that is all about getting crazy amounts of loot. Oh, that's not the way that I want to go. I want to go this way. We got another passive skill. Granted, all of that was basically crafting materials, because I specifically spec'd the dungeon for that, but it was insane. It was so much stuff that my game lagged every time I tried to pick things up. Ow. I think we finished that. You know how I feel about crafting? I love crafting. And the crafting in this game is pretty cool. We'll go over it when we get there. What does this do? Melee stuff. Has increased move speed on it. Has stun, chance to shock on hit. Poison resist. Yeah, let's grab that. Move speed, health regen, armor. Sure. Oh, this is vitality though. Let's take the health. My one archer is running into the wall. Oh, we got a passive out of that. Let's go. We're just moving right along. Awesome, another passive point. The early game goes pretty fast, which is nice. You're just constantly getting things. We get there. Please stop being mean to me. Thank you. Octane shard. Yeah, shift. It is shift.
This way.
It might be in the keybinds.
You're here to help. Protect the drink. Tread carefully.
I mean, in fairness, you can just stop holding left click. Oh yeah, maybe that's what it is. There is no button for it. You just stop holding left click. I think I'm just so used to stutter stepping in things that it didn't really click to me that that's what I was doing. Yeah, movement's like its own button in this game.
Look here, it isn't safe. We'll reconvene outside.
Oh, that just put the helmet on, thank you. Into armor, health, I'll take that.
That should hold the house. Well, tell you what. Let's get out of here first, and
Can you
then I'll
rebind
explain
movement? I don't think you
These beast
can.
talks are hardly worth it if you don't know why you're
No, you can rebind like attack, but I think movement's defaulted to. You might be able to in the settings. Let me see. Settings. There's key bindings. Keys. Yeah, so it looks like you can change it to W if you would like. The real question is, wheel up is already in use. You can do wheel up. It needs two. I need to be able to wheel up and wheel down. Oh, that's true. It is interact. I forgot about that. I mean, you can still keep it on left mouse. It looks like you can have it on like 3 different things, so that way you can still keep interact on left mouse and you just don't move with it. We're just gonna try and keep moving through here. Man, it hurts me skipping all of these mobs. I just want to kill things, but I know this is what I'm supposed to do. It's the hardest part of any ARPG for me is the leveling phase. Alright. We got, what's this? Oh, it's because I learned a new skill. That's cool. I don't remember seeing that icon before.
I'm sure you have questions, but let me first check and make sure the Epoch's safe.
Yeah. Gotta make sure the Epoch's safe. Very important. From my understanding, it's the whole point of the game. Why not take my time and enjoy it? I mean, I am. I enjoy going through the process, and then the end game is fun of just being able to kill lots of things. It is the last one. That's true. Oh no, we're going back to town. This is the terrifying part. I should have just stayed and attacked things instead. Let's pull up the Discord again and see if it's still a problem. We're working on stabilizing matchmaking. The request volume is humbling. We're also deploying the launch arguments that will allow full offline mode when you boot the game on Steam. Restarting Steam will allow you to boot in that mode now if you'd like. Alright, so they're still working on stabilization. Offline is fully there. Honestly, part of me hopes that this errors out. And then we'll just kill things for fun. Well, there's a chest here. Oh, I still have to pick it up. Awesome. Regular offline mode is working fine for me too. Like, logins don't seem to be an issue. That's good. Lots of games having matchmaking issues. This Helldivers. Yeah, I don't know what it is right now specifically. There's so many people playing these games. Like, Helldivers taking off, we did fail. So we're just going to go back and kill some stuff for a little bit. Helldivers taking off like it did after Helldivers 1 having a peak of like 7,000 players. And don't get me wrong, Helldivers 2 is so much fun and just, in my opinion, way better than what Helldivers 1 was. But that game took off out of seemingly nowhere. Last Epoch, there's been a lot of hype around it the last couple weeks. Especially with some of the issues people have with Diablo recently, and PoE being in like a sedentary state at the moment, no League launch, is like the perfect storm of people wanting to try a new ARPG. Yeah, I also really appreciate that. It's nice change of pace compared to most things these days, where your only option is to play online and go through authentication servers to make sure you bot the game and DRM, etc. Oh god. My friends died. Well, here's another special chest. I kind of don't understand the point of these companions. Are they just completely turned cosmetic? Maybe if I get augmentations for them, it does something. I'm going to get rid of them for now so I don't confuse them as having actual minions with me. Levels this map. This map's level 5. Alright, let's see if we can be back. Nope. No, we cannot. That's alright. It looks like we're just killing some enemies. Grinding it up. Yeah, thankfully I can match things. It just seems like the town is a problem. Which makes sense because they are trying to make it so when you're playing online, there's more people in the towns. So, given that with them trying to matchmake things, makes sense. I'm used to playing MMOs on launch, so this stuff does not bother me in the slightest. Honestly, I'm just happy that we're able to get in the game, have some people to chat with on stream, and we're not just looking at articles and stuff this entire time. Ooh, intelligence shard. Speaking of articles, what do we got? Oh, the Battlefront 2 remaster, right. You sent that earlier. I haven't played a Battlefront game in a long time. This gives mana, vitality, health regen. How much vitality? Let's give. Each point of vitality grants 6 health and 1% poison resistance. So that would give me 12 health, which is 1 more health than what this other thing is giving me. I lose 18 armor. I lose 2 intelligence. For ward, I don't think that's better. Yeah, I haven't played a Battlefront game in a very, very, very long time. Is it only PS4 and PS5 that it's coming out on? We can put another thing in here. I think we want Wandering Spirits to be upgraded. Yeah, that looks right. We can put a passive in. What's this do? Move faster and deal more damage. That seems pretty good. That's a good thing. It's a remaster of the Lost One. You probably played. That's true. Probably is Lost One. It's possibly going to blow up servers. Does it have a release date or anything on it, or that was just like the announcement that it's playing, or that it will be playable? Well, we still can't matchmake, huh? March 14th. Oh, that's soon. What?
This way.
Did we know that it was coming out? Game? Oh, it won't. Let me walk through that door. I guess we just go back here. It was a surprise in the Nintendo Direct this morning. Interesting. What a weird place to announce that. Of all the companies, Nintendo. Alright, the Keeper's Camp again. Still not good. That's another thing I can add to my ever-growing list of games that I want to play this year, but have no time to play. The Smite 2 Alpha is supposed to be in March. Did we get a break ever in games this year? A time where I can just catch up on the things I haven't played for a couple months? Smiting all March? Probably. And then April is the next set of magic cards, which hopefully won't have the morph mechanic as, like, the key mechanic of it. Do I like Elden Ring? I'm not a big fan of Souls-like games, to be honest.
This way.
No, it won't let me walk this way either. What? What is happening?
You're here to help. Protect the drink.
Oh, right, I need to do the... Yeah. Interesting that you have to do the story beats in the zone, even when you've already done them. Thunder Junction is going to have a bonus sheet of non-permanent, supposedly, so we'll have everything. If tutors are on that bonus sheet, please and thank you. Actually, I wonder if Modern Horizons 3 will have tutors in it. It probably will. I would love if prices go down on those so I can pick up one for my commander decks.
Out here. It isn't safe. We'll reconvene outside.
Alright, there we go. We're gonna try to teleport again. Still no bueno. We're gonna run into an issue where it takes too long to level in these zones. The dev is playing and not fixing. Oh, game chat's funny. There has to be a new tutor. I mean, probably, but even a reprint of Demonic. I mean, that's really what I want, is a reprint of Demonic. Just to lower the price on that card a little bit. It isn't, like, prohibitively expensive for me, but I don't feel the need to put it in my deck currently with its price. Especially when I have the one from M21. I think is Vampiric Tutor, but I'm not positive. Grim. It is Grim, you're right. Camus from the top rope. That was the the first Magic set I bought during the pandemic. where I was like, oh, I'm gonna play Magic again because like the pandemic's gonna wind down and I'll have friends to play Magic with, and then it went on for another change of time, and it was like, oh, why am I spending money on this? You're mid key. What key are you running? Speaking of keys, I don't understand why a plus 10 and a plus 12 video has as many views as it does on my YouTube channel right now. I literally put those up because I had no other content to put up while I was away. And I was like, I might as well put them. I have them from the stream, and they have a decent amount of views for what the rest of my channel is doing at the moment. Need to do more for the views? I mean, I do want to do some. Timing is just the hard part at the moment. Especially if I'm going to be playing Last Epoch. Alright, we're going to try again. I've been notified that I should have hit publish when I write these so that they propagate out to the servers. Oh, that's cool. Current status, 150k CCU, and the initial burst volume has our matchmaking service experiencing some issues that we are quickly working to rectify. We're in the war room with our back-end team and service providers, turning all the dials and knobs as quickly as we can. We just deployed Steam launch arguments that allow people to boot the game in full offline mode when clicking play from the Steam library. That will require a Steam client restart to access. We'll be keeping a stream of announcements on Discord so you guys know the status. I appreciate the quick updates from them. Yeah, Magic communicating with your players. Yeah, that sounds horrible. When you directly cast Riptide and hit at least one enemy, you gain additional spell damage. Oh, so I need to be casting Riptide. Or Ripblood, not Riptide. To get that bonus. I thought it was just passive bonus. That makes way more sense. So, in theory, I want to, like, you know, cast that, summon things. That makes sense. I am following along. What level do we swap this? We want Spirit Plague. What level do we get Spirit Plague? $15. Well, 15 points in Acolyte. So possibly less if we get more passive stuff. Well, I guess we go back and kill stuff. It'll let me back in the Keeper's Vault. No, that failed. Okay. Whew. At least I can go back and forth between these zones. It's a level 5 area, so we're already almost 4 levels higher than it. But that does mean we're gonna get Transplant in a level. So we'll be able to just skip through a bunch of stuff to get to higher level maps by just transplanting around everywhere. So, could be worse. I'm still having fun. Ow. We're just gonna keep trying to get into the keepers. Pulling up the Discord and seeing the spam is just so funny to me for some reason. Everyone is just spelling out messages with like the giant blue letters. How'd your 18 fall go? Super easy. That's what I like to hear. What are the affixes this week? Kind of like how the game is slightly harder than ARPGs. Entangling. Bolstering. That's actually not a bad week. I mean, bolstering kind of stinks depending on the dungeon, but like Everbloom, but anything that procs off death stinks in Everbloom. Entangling is a non-affix with me on my paladin, so... Oh, 4 bolstering is kind of stinky, yeah. And I agree, game seems to be a little bit harder. It seems to really calm down. I'm gonna do that time portal. When you... Will that help? I don't think that's gonna actually help. What are they trying to say? When you start getting resistances and everything built up, it's really like not that big of a deal. But making sure you have those resistances and everything is the difference. Between keys and smiting, when I have to see if I can get Final Fantasy XIV working with my new setup, you should. I mean, we have... Look, if you start playing Final Fantasy XIV, I'm going to have to start playing Final Fantasy XIV, and I don't know that I have time to play Final Fantasy XIV, so, like, if you want to hold off, I won't blame you.
This way. You're here to help. Protect the son of the drink. Tread carefully.
Oh, we got a transplant, by the way. Although I want to put that here, we'll put that there. You don't want to be a bad influence. I mean, I need to catch up on Final Fantasy XIV before the new expansion comes out anyway. The timing's just going to be hard because that is just not, like, unless you're playing through the story and paying attention to the story, which I do not really intend to do, it is not a very good stream game, so...
It isn't safe. We'll reconvene outside.
You're thinking about to level up Reaper? Reaper's fun. Other than the fact that like it gave me carpal tunnel.
Well, tell you what. Let's get out of here first, and then I'll explain more.
Am I able to go down this way now?
These beast dogs are hardly worth it if you don't know why Orion is after us.
What is... Passive. Next is this stuff. Intelligence and necro resistance, okay. This is because we got transplant. Nothing else updated. Let's try and make it to the town. We could not. Oh my god. Also, there's so much information in the guide in this game. Need to look up what classes even do in Final Fantasy XIV before I re-download. I want to level something range, but I honestly can't remember what any of it is anymore. I probably never learned it. Yeah. I mean, I can explain what all the classes are. For the most part, at least. If there's a certain playstyle you're interested in playing, I can give recommendations. Please explain the story. You're already confused. Okay, so basically, there's this Epoch, whatever it is or does. It's very important. Needs to be protected. So the next part of this is we go back to the town, and this guy's like, "Okay, I got the fragment of it," and then he just yeets himself through time to like protect it somewhere else. So in doing so, we have the ability to traverse time in different timelines, and depending on what timeline you're in depends on like obviously what period of things are, and you're trying to like go back or forward in time in order to protect this relic. That's pretty much it. Just looking for range at the moment. Okay, so there's Bard, which is like your marksman hunter, more or less. You deal with songs that buff people. There's Machinist, which is kind of like turret-y playstyle. There's Dancer, which is kind of like a combo-based thing, in the sense that like you need to do non-combat damage combos in order to buff you and your dance partner. Then there's Black Mage, which is mage turret. Relies more so on you knowing some of the fights, so you know where the damage is going to be, because you'd want to stay in your ley lines. Basically, it's Arcane Rune from WoW, except more impactful. Or Rune of Power from WoW. I'm sure I'm missing someone. Oh, there's Summoner, which, I mean, it's kind of a pet playstyle, but they nerfed or neutered how like the pet style plays, so now it's mostly the pet's passive and just does things, but it does get to summon cool looking things. I'm gonna run out of inventory soon. I mean, I guess like the question is, are you looking to compare it to another class, or like a class from a different game? Start with the melee class, but I don't really want to finish that. I think even if I go back to that. Do you remember what you were playing for melee? Because it's very likely that it's completely changed since the last time you played it. So if there was things you didn't like about it, they've probably changed. Because I know that WoW classes don't really fit with the Mega GCD. Yeah, but I mean, like, aesthetically or design space. Lancer or Dragoon was the last class you played? Yeah, so if you didn't enjoy the, like, positionals, that's more or less gone. Except for Reaper. Like, I'm pretty sure that got, like, removed from Monk, which was the entire identity of Monk, and there's only, like, 1 or 2 for every class, except for Reaper, who has, like, 4. Yeah, the intro's completely different than it was the last time we played together. Alright. I think we're gonna clear through this. And then we might be making a offline character. I mean, last Epoch's great. It has multiplayer, so... You know, one point in the guides is to try and get a certain rune to turn a piece of gear into a unique. But that requires level 10. Which we're almost at level 10, but I think it requires level 10 mobs as well. So even if we hit 10, we can't try and farm that while we're just doing things.
This way! You're here to help! Protect the sun! The drink! Tread carefully.
Is there anything specific that keeps you from getting into them? Anything you specifically don't like or feel weird about? Mesh with the gameplay slash playstyle super well. Yeah, that's hard to get around.
Don't here. It isn't safe. We'll reconvene outside.
Wandering spirits. Here's still more damage to poison enemies. Do I have anything that poisons at the moment? I don't think I do. So nothing changed. See major nodes. But I've also tried a couple Diablo games and other stuff. Yeah, I mean, it's hard to say. You know, I don't want to say go buy this to give it a try. But this game is like the middle ground between PoE and Diablo. Where like Diablo is much less overhead and PoE is much more overhead. This is kind of like the middle ground. Like, these skill trees are not massive in comparison to what PoE is, right? But it does have more options than what Diablo has. So you can branch your build out more, but each thing feels slightly more impactful. But for me, it's always about finding a build that you find interesting, or like thematically cool. You just sell items. Okay, so what you want to do with items is if you can figure out what affixes you want, if you're looking at a guide or just, you know, going completely blind and you're like, hey, I want X type of damage, or I need to make sure I have resistances, or whatever. Any gear you find with those things that you highly value, put in your stash. Because you can use a Rune of Shattering or removal later to get that stuff, to get those affix shards. Anything that doesn't have things you're looking for, sell them. Or just don't pick them up. But like if you're just picking stuff up based on a loot filter, then look for ones that specifically have things you're interested in. And then after that, sell the remaining stuff. For the leveling process, the thing that matters the most is what's on the base item. Your implicits. So like, you know, this spear, the top stuff is the implicit stuff. So you're looking for things that fit into those implicits. So like, gold rings are elemental resistance, silver rings are movement speed, stuff like that. And then that's where you're going to get most of your power until about level 58-ish when you start doing monoliths. That's when you're going to have to try and start like getting actual, like the secondaries on them. Mana and health. Like this is a good example. Like this gives me more cast speed, which is probably more damage, but having mana and health is going to keep me alive longer, which where I die more often than I would like to admit, I'm going to keep that. Plus the implicit for this is health regen, so getting more health regen as opposed to this one, which is ward on potion use and ward retention. It's not going to be super useful for me right now. This belt is going to give me an extra potion slot and 11 health, so we'll take that. This helmet's going to give me 6 health from vitality, plus another 7 is 13. It gives me more poison resistance, more armor. What does Dex give me? Be dodge rating. So I lose 1 health, but I gain a bunch of other stuff. Let's do that. Do I have any gloves? No. What about this stuff? Mana, fiery res, vitality mana, health regen, vitality mana, health regen. This would give me so much more mana, but I don't really feel like I need mana at the moment. Alright, we still can't travel.